In the new Battlefield, pretty much everything is unlocked via level progression. This includes new weapons, gadgets, vehicles, and even specialists. So we need them sweet XP. But the first and most important thing to know is that even if you are in the middle of the fight, for the whole game, you might not earn that much XP. You get 50 XP per kill, but you get 1000 for a ribbon. So ribbons are really the way to go if you want XP. But how do you get ribbons? Ribbons are basically an objective. For example, resupply a teammate 10 times, you get the first level. Do it 15 times more, level 2. And so on. And you have different categories and you can unlock ribbons in each one. And that can add up to a ridiculous amount. So how do we maximize that? First, change the game mode to breakthrough. Then start the game. For specialists, we select the scout, aka Casper, because his drone is just amazing. Then select the support gadget. You can use the medical box, but the supply box, so the ammo crate, will get you way more. Then spawn in, and the first thing you do is place your ammo crate somewhere where people usually fight or walk through. That gets us the logistics ribbon. Then we start up our drone. And with this little thing, we want to go to areas where a lot of opponents are, but preferably at the front line, because if they die right after you spotted them, you get an assist. Now the marker or the window for an assist is open for I think around 5 seconds, so that's why the front is just the best way. Then aim with the sensor of your drone at the spot where a lot of people are fighting, and then you can leave your drone. Because even if you don't pilot the drone, it still spots and therefore also collects assists for you. And yes, it does it always, even if you're downed. That's one employee of the month. And that gets you the intel ribbon in no time. And on top of that, the assistance ribbon right next to it. Now one more thing, when you pilot your drone, you're obviously very vulnerable. But your character has a sensor. You can see on the bottom of your screen. If that turns red, somebody is nearby, and then it's probably best to hop out of your drone. Now to get even more XP, I would recommend that you keep resupplying, take part in the fight, get some objective points, get some combat points to maximize the amount of XP that you get. Now since you don't really focus on the combat ribbon, if you reach level 1, that's enough. But I would really try to get at least the level 1 ribbon, as it's 1000 XP. Now over time you get to know the maps and the flow and know where to place your drone and ammo boxes to really get a ton of XP while pretty much doing nothing. I mean, getting that much XP while retreating is pretty nice, and that's pretty much what you do. Really try to repeat those steps and find a good mix between resupplying, spotting, assisting, fighting yourself, and so on. Now of course, if you feel like it, the drone can also assist you to win your own fights. It tells you exactly where people are pushing, and this lets you reposition yourself to either engage or to disengage if you just want to be safe and keep spotting. But the orange dot on top of their head also helps a lot with landing headshots, so... Also try to not die. I know that sounds simple, it's just that respawning, getting into position, walking, it takes a lot of time. And since we are not working on the front itself, we should be able to avoid dying, at least most of the time. Now at the end you can really see what I mean when I say you should focus on ribbons. Because in total, all of our actions throughout the whole game gave us 4000 somewhat XP. But the ribbons itself almost double that. And this allows you to get those numbers 20,000 in 20 minutes without the daily bonus. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is currently the easiest way to get XP. But yeah, it's a bit boring. And you also don't really help your team that much. Don't worry, there's another way. That also allows you to collect XP for your guns, because those also have progression. And for that we need Angel. Then also prepare a couple of loadouts. What you want to have at least is a different gadget on each loadout. So a supply box, the M5, the RPG basically, the AA, and one loadout with a respawn beacon. Now what weapons you want to play on those loadouts is completely up to you. Then again, hop into a game of breakthrough. Now at the beginning of a round you want to storm forward to a point that is safe but still tempting to spawn there, and that's where you place your spawn beacon. Because with that thing you don't waste time walking, your SWAT can also spawn there, which gives you points again and helps you unlock ribbons. After that, call in a supply crate, change the loadout to your combat loadout, place your armor box for your friend to get the resupply ribbon, and then just go all in. Have fun, enjoy the game as it is, just remember to resupply, and even more important, don't forget to revive other players. Not only does it reward you with 50 points, makes the other player very happy, but it also unlocks the wingman ribbon. And 1000 XP on top for just a couple of revives is pretty good. Now once you've captured a point, run to the next and there you do the exact same thing. So place your spawn beacon somewhere close but not in danger, switch to a different loadout and go all in. Now as I mentioned before, you have 2 more loadouts. And that's because vehicles are very strong in the game currently. So this helps you to fight those, and you can also switch mid-fight. So let's say suddenly a chopper is really strong, then just call a supply, change your loadout to an AA and get that bird down. And with this playstyle you collect points in every single area except for intel. Now you can do that later when you unlock the EMP grenade, but for now it's just not possible to collect points in that area as Angel. But therefore you collect a ton of points in every other area. And by the way, you have to remember you are doing that, but others probably not. So even if you've just saved your whole squad, revived, resupplied everybody, don't expect them to return the favor. I don't know why, but it's just the way it is. And this is the best way to get actively more XP. It's not as efficient as with the spotting, but therefore it's way more fun. I also don't think that the A or dice are gonna change that, because you are doing what you're supposed to do basically. So why nerf it? Another pretty easy way to get XP is just use a vehicle. Because in the current state of the game they're so broken. Maybe they got nerfed when you watch this, but currently it's just so easy. Especially if you have a squad. If there are 3 people with repair tools and a tank, it's unbeatable. But for solo people, the ways that I just showed you work perfectly fine. And that's it for the video. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to thumbs up, subscribe for more, and if you want to support the channel, consider becoming a member. Thank you very much and see you next time. Bye bye.